Two more people have joined the dozen suing the National Park Service for what they lost in the 2016 Sevier County wildfires. Brittany Adkins and Brittany Ancool are the latest plaintiffs to join the federal lawsuit. Adkins says she lost her Gatlinburg home because of the Park Service's negligence. Ancool alleges she lost property. In May, lawyers representing dozens of people affected by the fire sued the federal government. They allege negligence by the Park Service allowed a small fire in the Smokies to spread into Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. That created a billion-dollar disaster that also killed 14 people. We're now on